Hi crafty friends, it's Kimberly here from Hollow Tree Hobbies. Thank you for joining me again today. I'd like to share you, I designed this. It's a little book, and this book holds 4 cards and 4 envelopes. And I made it, I probably could have got more cards in the box with envelopes, but I used dimensions, so that cuts down the room that I can hold in this little box here. So again, I made, with these cards here that I'm going to show you, is I used up scraps. That's all I did was scraps, different layouts. I used stickers, the little brads. I used ephemera. And I just used my paper rounder punch to make some different shapes. And again, these are just all using scrap paper. And I like to put my envelopes in first. So that there. And today, this video is going to show you how to make the base of this. And as well as we're going to mat this part. And then you guys can decorate cards and that yourselves. You're going to need 110-pound cardstock, and the only reason why I say 110 is you want the base of your book box to be heavy, okay? If you don't have 110, I would recommend an 80 weight, and you're going to have to bulk it up with some heavier cardstock on top to give it that, so it's nice and firm. If you don't have 12 by 12, you can easily use 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11. And of course, you're going to need a piece of whatever you're going to decide to mat the inside of your book with. And today I am going to use the Christmas Blessings from Minte because I want this wood grain to be on the inside. So let's get started. So we're going to grab our paper trimmer. Move some of these tools out of my way. And we're going to start by cutting this at 6 inches. Okay, so 6 inches. And we're going to cut this by 10. Okay, and then we're going to grab our piece here again, and we're going to cut this at 3.5. By 6 7/8. So 3.5 by 6 7/8. Okay. Put my pieces aside here because I used those scraps. Okay, now what you're going to do is we're going to need our scoreboard. And we're going to start off with our bigger piece. And we're going to make sure that we line this up with the 10 inch, the long piece, so the 10-inch at the top. And we're going to use our scoring tool. And we're going to score this at 4.5 and 5.5. Okay, so that's 4.5 and 5.5. Okay. And then this piece here, we're going to put this with the 6 7/8 to the top. And unfortunately, I'm not good at scoring at the 1/2 inch when it's upright. So I'm going to turn to the side. So we're going to score this at 1/2. So that's, sorry about that, guys. So that's going to be at 1/2. Then we're going to go at, how to bring for it here, 1 1/4. Okay, and then we're going to do 5 5/8. And 6 3/8. Now, if you don't like doing the 5/8 and 6 3/8, what you can do is easily just turn your paper and do again at 1/2 and 1.25 inches, okay? So now we're going to turn it so that the 3.5 is at the top now. And we are going to again, I have to turn my board, sorry gals and gentlemen, at 1/2. So we're going to do 1/2 again. And we're going to do 1.25 inches again. Okay. So that's it for scoring. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. So you have your valley here and your mountain. So the mountain is the bumpy part. The valley is the dip. We're going to put, so the mountain part is facing up to us. And we're going to fold into our score marks. And the reason why we're scoring the opposite way, this is going to give us proper measurements. So we get that perfect 1 inch middle. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. So there's our piece, that's our book. And then what we're going to do is the same again. We want actually, before we do our folding, let's do is we're going to have to cut some pieces out here. So we want to cut this square out here. So where your last score mark is here, and this here. So you should have a piece like so, and it doesn't matter if it's a little bit crooked because we're going to fix that up when we make the box. So again, we're going to cut this other corner out again. Okay, and now again, we're going to have the mountain side up to us, and we're just going to burnish our score marks. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the long piece here is going to go over top. Because if we put it in here, when you put this down, your cards and stuff are going to get caught. They're going to keep jamming on that. So we're going to do it like this. So what we want to do is we want to just make sure we have nothing sticking over when we put it nice and straight. So no, looks good. Okay, and it doesn't matter, see if it's a little bit crooked because it's going to be glued down. You're not even going to see that. And this piece here, again, we just want to make sure that this doesn't stick over. Works out perfect. So I do advise, I keep some of these little clippies at my craft station because when we glue this, it's going to be too hard to hold and glue. So what I like to do is I will put some glue down there so that, okay, and we just want to make sure that's nice and straight. And that's where we're going to add our clip. Okay, so that's nice and straight there. Look at that. And then we're going to put some glue here again. And we're going to make sure that this is nice and straight. Okay. That's perfect. And if you're not sure, I just take my card base and nope, it's fantastic. So that there we'll just put aside, let that tack up really well. Yes, I need my paper cutter. And we're going to do is I want my stripes going this way. So we're going to do is we're going to cut this at 4 3/8. So 4 3/8. Okay, by 5 7/8. And I should get 2 out of that. Okay. And then I'm going to need a piece of 7/8. Just do it like that. So it's 7/8 by 5 7/8 again. Okay. Now what I'm going to do really quickly is because I actually gifting this to my mom. So she has some extra stuff at Christmas. I'm just going to ink this because I want to darken the edges of this. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab our base here, open it up, and we're going to place, center and glue these pieces on the inside. And then these are going to go like so. And this here goes in the center. So now we're going to just put that away because you need to actually finish this in here to actually be able to put on your piece here. So these are nice and tacked up now, and it's nice and straight. And again, we can straighten a little bit of that when we place this on here. So what we want to do is we just want about, I'm going to say 1/8 of an inch showing here. Okay. And the rest of this is going to go from side to side. So this is where we're going to need our 2-way tape. We want something really strong. So what I do is I will start, if you start just above where we have the lip here, you won't have any overlapping of your 2-way tape. So let's cut this. go along the bottom. And I do kind of go through just to make sure I don't have any glue overhanging, any tape overhanging, I should say. Okay. So now this piece here is going to go on here, making sure that you have about 1/8 down at the bottom. So what I usually do, a little trick here, is I will start my tape. So I'll kind of bring it like this, and I'll just fold it over like so, so that this tab is sticking out here. It's just so I can get this lined up, this side lined up. So that's about 1/8 of an inch there. Okay. This is the fun part. Okay. And now I'm just going to turn this a little bit, just so I can get my bone folder in there, just to kind of apply some pressure where the glue, where I started the tape. And see there, I have my 1/8 of a line approximately. Now I'm just going to give this a gentle pull. Okay, and that is done. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to, I guess I should have, sorry about that, give this a push down with our bone folder inside. And then what we want to do is, all I do then is take this, I just pull this back a little bit, and I just pull my tape off from here. And again, I just want to make sure this is nice and straight. Okay, and then this here, we're just going to give it a little push down. And then our last piece here, again, I just pull the tape enough and make sure this is nice and straight. Okay, and then this goes down inside. So that there is our box piece. This here, it's our cards. And then all you have to do then is decorate this the way you like. Add your cards. If you want to put a ribbon, this is where you add your ribbon now. And then when you put your matting on top, it'll cover your ribbon and you'll be able to tie it shut. Again, if you want me to show you how to decorate this and do some of these easy card designs with you, please mention that in the comments, and I definitely do the cards and showing you how I decorate the book. But this video here is just to show you how this card holder went together. And again, it's just using your imagination, making your cards. And in my case, I just want to show you here, I'm going to use craft card base in here with my white envelopes so that I can really give it a really nice nice look with the craft colored paper, because it goes with the wood. And then I'm going to use this blue and this paper here. I'm going to use some of these cut aparts. I'm going to use some inking on here so it darkens up to this blue that's in here. And again, it's just using your imagination. Thank you very much for joining me. If you liked the video, please subscribe and please like and share. It's how I'm going to keep going. And I have more videos coming. Thank you very much. Have a great day now. Bye-bye.